EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Check 53. Kill, kill. Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Let him. Smooth.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 36.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here goes the hot.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
And how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now Keenum to try again after the pick six. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Good throw there to start the second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we're going to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 38. Running with Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Sammy. Let's go.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Sammy. Easy, opposite.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And complete, right side to Cook. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 31 yards, and the Saints add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Keenum. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's deep for the Saints. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the...
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, I'm coming after you. 22. He's 22.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Watch the slide.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now the man from nearby Baton Rouge, it's the LSU star Darius Geis. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Keenum. Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw, Keenum. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Keenum looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
21. Hey, kill.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch twist. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Undercrunch. Okay.
Keenum now on 1st down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Washington.
Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Don't say nothing. SOS. 49, check 49. Check your hot read. Watch the edge. Shift. Check 43.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas. Blue 20. Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Slam. Rush in. Switch. Check 99. Check 3. Slam. You got tight. Right there. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Crunch. Check.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Keenum now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The 13 yards that time and a first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Blue draw forfeits. Check. Fresno.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 31 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Hey, we're good. I got you, punk.
They start the drive with Peterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Three down. Check nine.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting. Here we go.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 95-56. Check
45-yard line.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. 53.
Play action. Breeze. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, kill. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Ready? Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
13-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Bring it. Hey, 50. Tighten up. Easy. Hey, let's go. False 1. Easy. I'm going to go.
On 2nd and 9. Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Keenum. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and pick and pack.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Sherris. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Cook has it left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to Murray on 1st down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.